it comes to football in Nigeria, we all know we love that particular sport. But recently, the Nigerian Professional Football League, the Nigerian National League, and also the Nationwide League One has been facing a lot of violence. And now, a lot of people are not too happy with the way violence has become a norm in Nigerian football. Welcoming you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me this evening is Joel Ajayi. Good to have you.
Good evening.
Good one.
Yeah.
Well, just like I said earlier, Nigerian football has not really been doing so well when it comes to officiating now, and the way we attack, the way they are being attacked. Talking about referees, yes, they are humans; they can make mistakes, but not to be attacking them, beating them up, and also making sure they get punished for what the mistake they've made. So this particular story, I'll be the first story to be looking at, where the Nigerian Football Federation are saying enough is enough. They want to make sure they deal with anyone attacking referee in Nigerian league. And you see MPFL and then all the leagues in Nigeria, a lot of issues here and there, and now they just have to issue the ultimatum to all the fans and people that actually beat up referee to stop it, or else they will be dealt with.
I think it's not first ultimatum to be seen. And then I think it's not going to be the last one that we are going to see. But what I want NFF to know is that instead of them to just be backing, they should try as much as possible to bite in order for us to sanitize this, our so-called leagues. To be sincere with ourselves, we all seen the scenario that played out in Kano, which to us is a great embarrassment for our league. That is why we are unable to have a club. When we have the club like Comoros that will be competing for club of the year with Egypt, with other club from Libya and other things, and then Nigeria that we say we are giant of Africa, none of the club is there. These are the factors that make this thing happen this way. If you look at the issue in Kano, fine, the chairman has been removed from the club, but these results still remain the same thing. The facts still remain that the club still get out of it. They got their point. That one is telling every other club that you too, you can do it. The best thing you can get from LMC or NFF is to remove the chairman or to punish the person, and then they will just go behind and before you look up and down. Now in the next 3 months, you will see the person that they remove in another position, holding another position. So for me, I think NFF should just try as much as possible to bite instead of them backing. We are tired of backing. You know, when you see a dog that is backing, you don't make a move to pursue someone. You will not know that dog is very serious. So for me, NFF should try as much as possible to bite. It's not about numbers of the club that is playing on the league. Look at what is going to happen in Cameroon in the next season now. They've reduced their team to 16 teams with huge amount of money. They want seriousness. It's not about you having the 32 teeth that are not useful to you in your mouth. But if you have 16 of the teeth that are useful to you in your mouth, I believe you'll be able to make use of them very well. It's not about, you look at any club that is not ready. If one club is not ready and then you have no business in MPFL, what are you doing there? There is no need of coming there. There is no need of, it is my government that is having this one, or it's because I have interest. Let us make sure that we have the right club that can compete in the continent, that can compete in the world. But today, this is what we have. If you have the like of Libya, that is not up to
2 or 3 teams.
Having 2 teams, 2 teams in the club of the year, and then we have our own number 20. Call them from 1 to 20. We don't have any one of them. So it's painful for me. Like I said, NFF should try as much as possible to at least bite. When you give a better punishment, the other club will not do that. But because you will just look for one shabby punishment and judgment or verdict, whatever name they call it, you just give. And the other club will see that is the way to go. They will do more than that. So for me, we should try as much as possible to sanitize this league if we are to move forward in the country?
If we are to move forward in the country, all we need to do is to sanitize our league. Is becoming too common now that violence has taken over our football. Not to look at the fact that people are attacking even female referees on the pitch. Well, it's high time that we change all this mentality concerning football in Nigeria. Just looking at what CAF has done by nominating clubs, and no single Nigerian team made that particular cut, where teams from Libya are having 2 cuts. Well, we just believe that things will go right. Hopefully, and now still talking about the enough is enough from NFF. Why we're talking about the NFF itself needs to conduct an election by September if everything goes well. But right now, Super Falcons, who are just being hosted recently to a dinner before they jet out to Morocco, they are advocating for Pinnick, Amaju Pinnick, to contest for the 3rd term. Well, legally, he can contest, but well, Nigerians are tired for the fact that nothing is happening.
When I heard the news, I shook my head because I know that it is like a card that is being given to this lady to play. And then to me, I think it will not see the light of the day. Nigeria, we are fond of crucify him today, praise him tomorrow. And then that is why we are where we are today, right now. These same Falcons that are now senior advocate of Nigeria for Pinnick now, they are the most team that receive the worst treatment from this present NFF. I will start from in 2016 when they won the Nations Cup in Cameroon. They came back to Abuja. They were protesting inside this Agora Hotel in Abuja here. They said that if their bonuses and allowances are not paid, they are not going to leave that hotel. It took the intervention of the government for them to pay the players money. That is not, it does not end there. We traveled to France for World Cup. And then after we have been thrown out of the World Cup, they refused to leave the hotel in France. That is international embarrassment. When you had international embarrassment, because they knew very well that once they leave that hotel, the NFF will not pay their money. That one, if you look at it now, we have national embarrassment, we have international embarrassment. Of recent, they traveled to Cote d'Ivoire for qualifier, AFCON qualifier. When they came to Abuja, we all know what played out at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Because of the negligence on the part of NFF. I don't know why the sudden turnaround. I don't know why sudden change of the Super Falcons. But I want them to know that they have no business in politics of sports administration.
Just go and play your football.
What you are called for is to play your football. Now you are in Morocco. Even if they give you 2 or 3 plates of food for you to be vomiting what you are saying right now, it's not something that you're supposed to say out. You are carrying almost 200 million or more than 200 million people in your shoulder. What's your determination, your focus, your agenda should be how we are going to win in Morocco, not about how you are going to support someone that many Nigerians have judged as one of the worst, if I could use that statement. But it's not my words, it's the word of Nigeria that have bring Nigeria football to this level that we have. So for me, Super Falcon player should just collect whatever thing they are giving them and just keep quiet about this politics or politicking, because they have no vote. They have no right to vote. They cannot vote. It's not because Amaju went to Morocco to at least to give them a kind of morale booster or whatever thing is giving them for them to just be saying all these things. Our determination, their focus should be on how they are going to play on the field of play, not on the politics. That is the truth of the matter. This same player, we know how the captain that is flaunting this one now always puts something on Twitter whenever they are maltreated them. They were hungry with her. We have one of the Falcon player, one of the finest player of Badiashile. Anytime she say her mind, anytime she say the truth, she doesn't make the call anymore. It is this same set of people that have been treated for almost 7 years plus in a way that is not even good for the national team. Look at it. Whenever Super Eagles want to play any game, they will go and camp them in Austria. Of recent, they played the friendly games. They went to Mexico. They went to US. These people are going to AFCON. They did not go to anywhere. They camp in Abuja. So why are you now just coming out, say, okay, because he came to visit you to do this, because the lesson is less than 2-3 months, and then there's need for you to give him. For me, they've got it extremely wrong, and then they need to apologize to Nigeria, because it is none of their business for them to pick or to support anybody. They are players. They are national players. They are carrying the interest of 220 million Nigeria.
And they should do the business of playing on the pitch.
They should do the business,
not politics.
Leave politics for politicians.
What a way to go. Well, Joel Ajayi, they're vomiting a lot of venom concerning the NFF election that will be supposed to be coming up in September. If everything goes well, we're still looking at the ex parte order that was actually has to do with Bielsa. Maybe it has been removed or not, but from the way it is, if everything goes well, for it to be suspended, who knows? Because right now we are hearing that majority of the FA chairmen are really calling for a general assembly where they just have to have that particular general congress and then let the election comes up by September. Well, Maju Pinnick saying, well, he actually said he won't be contesting, but now the body language from Mosepe, from Super Falcons, from every other people associated with him is showing that really he wants to come back. Although not that he cannot, but Nigerians just want a change, and so they need someone else. Well, we had that Benedict Akuegbu, Peter Said Inda, and a lot of others are already showing plan to contest. Let's wait. Let's see what's going to happen concerning that. But for Super Falcons, play of football on the pitch, not in politics. Now, coming from Joel Ajayi there, let's quickly move to talk about 2023 World Mini Football World Cup will be coming up in Dubai. That is in the United Arab Emirates, and Nigeria alongside Egypt, Ghana, Libya. They have made that cut to represent Africa. They will be going there to play the World Mini Football World Cup in 2023, and that should be around April, May next year. Well, the good thing is that Nigerian mini football team made this.
Honestly, I'm very much happy because sometime last year, there was a tournament in Oyo State in Ibadan, Ilaji to be precisely. And then you know how the game caught the attentions of many in Nigeria. But it is a very good one for Nigeria to be in Dubai to play that particular tournament. But for me, I am looking at the resources for that particular because the game is going to come up, I think, August next year, 2023. So if you look at the time frame between now and next year, April, May, it's almost a year. Let's just put it plus or minus. But what I am trying to say is that all Nigeria should just come together and support this particular team, because this is our pride for now. If you look at it, you need to support them. You might not even give them money, but the organizer or the people in charge of that mini football should try as much as possible to organize so many friendly games, so many tournaments, because in the space of 9 months, you cannot keep player from now till that particular period. So what I'm trying to say now, maybe you just put it side by side that every 2 months, you must have a tournament, a world standard tournament to get them in shape ahead of the game, because those people that we are going to play, that is their area of their concentration. Egypt are no novice in this tournament. Even the other club, because they make use of their beach, they make use of their resources to create that ambience for that particular mini football. So for me, I will want, if possible, they can even go on international friendly game with the neighboring state. But my fear is the resources. Where the resources come when even the Super Eagles team are having some issues in terms of finances and resources. So this mini team now, it is boils down on the interest of many stakeholders and supporters, those people that have the love of the game at the heart, to come out and even give token for them to ensure that this tournament, Nigeria did not carry last when it will eventually kick off come next year.
Hopefully, if we get it right, the Spartans, as they call them, they are called the Spartan Eagles. My Nigeria mini football team, they'll be going to the World Cup in 2023, where 24 nations will be jostling for honoring the mini football mondial there in Dubai. But for the way it is right now, we hope that our own squad, the Spartan Eagles, will be able to do well there. And according to Joel Ajayi, the resources to help this team do well or make that cut straight down to Dubai is what they need. Well, they will be joining the likes of Egypt, Libya, Ghana in that particular competition there. World Cup mini football is growing in Nigeria. We have a lot of mini football team in Nigeria. Recently, we experienced the life of 5-a-side, 11-a-side, and it's really growing even in the FCT and across the whole nation. We wish Spartan Eagles and the Nigerian Mini Football Association all the best as they look for fun to make sure they make this particular World Cup next year, 2023. Now, let's move away. Let's talk about a particular player, this time basketball. His name is Nikola Jokic. He actually agrees contract extension of $264 million with Denver Nuggets in a 5-year deal. That means the huge, at least the biggest contract so far in the that's NBA, National Basketball Association America. This player who has really done well for his club, Denver Nuggets of Colorado, right now, deemed fit to at least agree that deal with that club. $264 million. That's why Americans don't joke with basketball. And really, when you look at basketball and football, you look at in fact, the biggest money I've ever signed is Neymar, 200, and you have a player signing 264. And also, not forgetting, Jay Morant has also signed about 193. Although the basketballers, they have a lot of money when it comes to this particular sport in America.
I think it's a very good one for the Jokic, because like you rightly said now, every nation should look at the comparative advantage and look at where they have the most interest. If you look at United States of America, they are not interested. It's not as if they are not putting the resources in football and other games. But when we are talking about basketball, there's one ball they call baseball. They don't play with it. They don't play with it because they know that is where they
their strength.
That is their strength. That's why you see them spending resources on it. Seriously, if you are watching NBA, you will be surprised if you are in another planet. And then, as you all know that our basketball in Nigeria is nothing to write home about right now, courtesy of the crisis here and there. But for me, as a nation, we need to look elsewhere and see where we get comparative advantage and key to it. And then for the young man, I wish him the best.
I was actually expecting to say maybe you wish him to be your cousin.
In life, everybody have their time. That is some time. Yes. We have many players that have signed more than him. It's not as if he's the best for right now, but he's among the best. So let us just wish him well, and then probably in the next 6 months or 1 year, we can see someone that will just break that record.
Well, as it is right now, Nikola Jokic, enjoy your money because we really work for you. Denver Nuggets offering him 5-year deal worth $264 million. They are a good one. He has been a wonderful player for that club and he deserves that particular amount of money. Now, let's still talk about some transfer stories quickly. That is the Inti now. Let's look at Manchester United joins Newcastle. They join Newcastle for 50 million rated defender Benoit Badiashile from Monaco. Well, Newcastle United has been the one running after the player, but now Man United have actually thrown their own cap in the ring and they want to do what? They want to fight for Badiashile.
I think the new coach of Manchester United know the problem of the team. If you look at it, I read something isn't it yesterday in the Manchester United maybe hashtag they say Manchester United will rise again, which means they were nowhere last year. But for me, you look at that defense, there is nothing to write home about that defense, apart from even the captain Maguire, that's supposed to at least try as much as possible to show some leadership skill. He was not there last year. He conceded so many goals. So if the new coach of Manchester United want to survive, want to improve, want to make sure that Man U win game or come back to life, because as far as what they wrote yesterday, it means they are dead. So if you want them to come back to life, you need a solid defense. If you are watching Manchester United like 10 years ago, you look at the like of Rio Ferdinand, the like of Fidik, the like of O'Shea, the like of West Brom. You hardly penetrate that defense. Patrick Evra. If you look at it, you cannot. If you survive one, another one is there for you to collect ball from you. So for Manchester United to strive or to make it in this coming season, they need to make sure that defense is very solid. So for me, and then they have money, they can just go for it. It will be a good buy for them.
If it's possible for Manchester United, if they can't get the player, they are going to be dragging against Newcastle United. We'll wait to see what's going to be happening concerning that. So talking about transfer now, Juventus, as they call them the old lady, are trying their best to make sure they go for Adrien Rabiot. Well, for Roberto Firmino, who could be in a swap deal for France midfielder Adrien Rabiot. It means Liverpool won't mind swapping if everything goes well, as Juventus are interested in Firmino. But before they can get Firmino, they must swap, and they are ready to actually offer Adrien Rabiot as a replacement for those players. But we know how important Firmino has been, a player that can actually play almost every wing when it comes to football. Good one for Liverpool. If Firmino should leave, they will feel him, actually miss him a lot.
I don't know what is wrong with Liverpool, because they might be a team to reckon with, but with the way they are going, they might struggle in the next season. That is my own opinion. I don't know other people's opinion, because you've sold the like of Sadio Mane, and then the Salah is struggling.
Either go
or to stay. And then this Brazilian player that I like so much, you want to let him go. You should have leave like two of them, bring another striker. When they gel, you can sell one of them. But when you want to sell all your strikers and bring new one, and then Premiership is not like German Bundesliga where you can go and score as many goals you want. You need to study the league. You need to make sure you understand the league, because they are not there for fun. They are not there for playing. So for me, I think if they allow this Firmino to go, Liverpool might struggle in the next season.
Let's wait and see that now. Well, Arsenal started it. They wanted to sign Rafinha. Chelsea bidded higher, £60 million. Now Barcelona are trying their best to make sure they also up their own by getting £60 million for Rafinha. It means from the way it is right now, the battle is going to be between Arsenal, Chelsea, and Barcelona. Although Chelsea, they are still having upper hand because they are ready to offer that $60 million. Barcelona, we know they need cash. So well, if they say they can't offer the $60 million like Chelsea,
like I said it here sometimes ago, Barcelona should try as much as possible to continue the rebuilding process. Last 2 days ago, because of the inadequate of the fund on the cars, they sold the certain percentage of their right to tell you that the club is struggling. So for you now to sell your right and use it to buy a player that you don't know that, and then it's not as if you don't have good player that can prosecute any game for you. So for me, Barcelona should try as much as possible to look elsewhere and leave it for Chelsea, because it's all about money. Because if you buy someone that is £60 million today, you went to go and keep such player on the bench, it means you are killing the career. I'm not saying Barca is not a very good team, but they've killed so many people's career. Look at the like of Coutinho, the like of the player that play with them. Even Fabregas, that time, all of them want to move. But you go to the club and then you end up in hitting or chopping the bench. Let me just even use that word.
Oh,
so it's not good for me. Let's the young guy to go to Chelsea, where they will give him room to play day in, day out.
Let's see if Rafinha will finally turn to be a blue player, because right now Chelsea are ready. They've tabled £60 million for Rafinha, the Brazilian. Well, we're waiting for that particular transfer deal. Now, the fact that Barcelona, they've been trying to see how they can secure the service of Lewandowski. That is not really working out. 4th, 2nd, and this is the 3rd bid. that Bayern are rejecting. Bayern Munich rejected bid from Barcelona for Lewandowski. They are asking for 45 million pounds for him. If you want him, cover 45 million and we'll let Lewandowski join you.
I think Xavi should try as much as possible to manage what he has. Because every player on the market now, you see the hand of Barcelona there. You cannot get all the players. But for me, on a lighter note, if the deal can be sealed, Lewandowski will sign in Barca. Because as it is now, they don't have that tall, lanky striker that they need to use in their... It's not as if they don't have, but the experienced striker that can give them goal anytime, any day. You know, in matches, there are some days of drought, but we need an experienced player that can squeeze just one goal.
But Lewandowski is a kind of player.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That if they can get it, they should leave every other chasing of Rafinha, chasing of this one. Just get one that is useful, that you know that anytime, any day, this player can give me a result. So that is what I expect my finest coach, Xavi, to do. Instead of you picking your hand in all the player, and then at the end of the day, you might not even get some of them.
Okay, let's quickly roll it down. We are Chelsea progressing to sign Matthias de Ligt. They want to get him from Juventus of 102 clause activation there. If everything goes well, de Ligt might just be joining Chelsea. Really, Chelsea are making a statement. And still on Chelsea, PSG defender Presnel Kimpembe remains top target for Chelsea. They really want to get this player. They are interested in this very wonderful defender of PSG. Chelsea, well, going for de Ligt and Kimpembe, all in a wrap.
We thought that when Abramovich was a Chelsea manager, Chelsea owners, he can buy any player that you want at any point. I said it sometimes here that they might have difficulty in getting the resources. But with all these revelations coming out, I think those people that take over Chelsea are taking the part of Abramovich for them to get any player anytime, any day.
Let's see if Chelsea will be buying these players they're actually going for. That will be it on 360 Sports. It's been a wonderful time with Joel Ajayi. Thank you very much.
A very good evening to you.
Thank you. And once again, I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.